everyone. I am luckily ASMR, and this video is a continuation of my 195 country series. Last time we did each country in their native language. This time I decided to do the national animal of 195 different countries in their native language. Of course, I will also be mentioning all of the animals with their English name first, and then going on to the nation and their national pronunciation or their separate language, depending on which country it is. I hope everyone enjoys, and that before I start, I'd like to mention that I try to fit in as many countries as possible, and for certain countries they have multiple official languages, so I tried to include as many as I could, but for some it wasn't as easy, and that's actually the first one that we have up, which is Afghanistan, and unfortunately the language is Pashto, and I couldn't find the proper pronunciation for their official animal, which is a snow leopard. But yeah, I'll just continue on with the second one, and that would be Albania, whose national animal is the golden eagle, and in Albanian, Shqiponia e arte, Shqiponia e arte. Then we have Algeria and the fennec fox as their national animal. In Arabian, it is fennec fox, fennec folks, fennec folks. One of the rare Arabian words which is more Englishy sounding. But yeah, next up, it is Andorra with cattle and the bearded vulture. Their official language is Catalan, and the pronunciation in Catalan is bovi for the cattle and voltor barbut for the bearded vulture. Voltor barbut, and bovi. Let's continue on to Angola, where we have the red-crested turacano. Turaco, actually, the red-crested turaco. The language is Portuguese, and it is Turaco de crista vermelha. Turaco de crista vermelha. Turaco de crista vermelha. Yeah, that should be the proper pronunciation. But let's continue on with the next one, which is Antigua and Barbuda, where we have the European fallow deer. And it's pronounced in English, and it is still the European fallow deer. That was pretty fast, so let's go right on to the next one, which is Argentina, with their Rufus hornero, which is in Spanish Hornero rufo. Hornero rufo. Continuing on, we have Armenia, with their also golden eagle, just like Albania. In Armenian, it is Voske artsiv. Voske artsiv. Voske artsiv. Next up, we have Australia, and who would have guessed it? It is the red kangaroo and also the emu. It is in English, and of course it is still the red kangaroo and the emu, just with an accent. Red kangaroo and emu. That was probably a really bad accent. But yeah. Next up we have Austria, with once again the golden eagle in German, and it is die goldener Adler. Die goldener Adler. Goldener Adler. Then we have Azerbaijan, with the Karabakh horse. In Azerbaijani, it is Berkut. very exotic national animal being the flamingo. Honestly, one of my favorite national animals, and it is in English, so it is still the flamingo. Continuing on, we have Bahrain with the first of the Arabian oryxes in Arabic, which is Arabiun. 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 Let's continue on. We have Bangladesh with their Bengal tiger, and in Bangla it is Banalipag. 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 Continuing on, we have Barbados. Barbados. I think it's Barbados. With three different animals. The thing with Barbados was that they don't actually have a national animal, so I just searched up what most people thought or wanted as the national animal, and we got three different ones, which is the pelican, the green monkey, and the flying fish. They're all still in English, so it's still the pelican, the green monkey, and the flying fish. The flying fish had a different name, but I think it was just the Latin name, or it was just something else fish, so I just left it out. But yeah, continuing on, we have Belarus with the European bison, and in Belarusian it is Europejski Zubr. Europejski Zubr. Europejski Zubr. Continuing on, we have Belgium with a very standard lion. But since Belgium is multilingual, we have more than one language. So it is in Dutch, French, and German, and we have Leuve, Lyon, and Leuve. Leuve, Lyon, and Leuve. Three languages that I can actually somewhat pronounce for now. Continuing on, we have Belize with the Baird's tapir, not sure. In English, of course, and it is still Baird's tapir. I will probably never get that completely right, but yeah. Let's continue on with Benin, which it has the leopard, and their language is French, so it is Leopard. I think that, let me just try and get into the French. Je suis Leopard. That should be close enough. Continuing on, we have Bermuda, and with Bermuda it is the humpback whale, or another one that was quite unique, and we have it in English, so it is still the humpback whale. Next up we have Bolivia, and with Bolivia it is the llama, and it is in Spanish, so it is llama. So it's not just llama, it's llama. Then we have Bosnia and Herzegovina with their Ural owl, which is a mountain range owl. And it is in Bosnian / Serbo-Croatian, Serbo-Croato-Bosnian, and it is Uralska sova. Continuing on, we have Botswana, and in Botswana it is the plain zebras, and it's still in English, so it is still plains zebra. Next up we have Brazil with their rufous-bellied thrush and the jaguar, and it is in Portuguese, so it is torto and onca de pariga ruiva. I like that. That sounds really nice. There's another one later on in French which sounds really, really nice in my opinion. But yeah, let's continue on with Brunei, Jerusalem, with their white-bellied sea eagle. In Malay and in English, so it is the white-bellied sea eagle, and the Helanglaut berperut putih. ljuv. It's 2 letters, 3 in Bulgarian technically, but 2 in when you just pronounce it, it's ljuv, ljuv, ljuv. Continuing on, we have Burkina Faso with white stallion, and in French it is étalon blanc, étalon blanc, étalon blanc. Continuing on, we have Burundi, with the spotted hyena and the Transvaal lion. A hyena as a national animal is unexpected, but I really liked it actually. And it is in French and English, so it is lion, spotted hyena, and Transvaal lion, of course, and Rien Tachete, and Lion du Transvaal, and Rien Tachete. I'm not sure if it's Tachete or Tachete. But yeah, next up we have Cabo Verde, or I forgot what its proper English name is actually, but yeah. It is the manatee, and it's in Portuguese, so it is peixe boy, or peixe boy. Continuing on, we have Cambodia, and the Kupre in the Khmer language, and it is Koprai. Then we have Cameroon with the lion once again, and it's in French and English, so it is lion and lion. Lion always sounds so nice. I think it'll be like 3 more times, actually 2 more times until I stop saying lion. But yeah. Next up is Canada with their North American beaver and the Canadian horse, and of course most of you probably know it is in English and French, so it is still the Canadian horse, the North American beaver, but in French it is Castor Nord American. Actually, that was more Spanish. Castor. Let me get into French again. Je suis Castor Nord American. Cheval canadien. Castor Nord American. Cheval canadien. Yeah. Next up is the Central African Republic. Their national animal is the elephant, and it is in French once again, so it is éléphant. But yeah, next up we have Chad, the Chad of all the countries, with their lion and the goat. Once again, 2 different animals. It is in Arabic and in French, so it is Alassadu and Almeizu. Alassadu, Almeizu, as well as lion and chèvre, or alternatively it is the bouc. Next up we have Chile, and in Chile it is the huemul, something like that, and it is in Spanish, so it is huemul. That's huemul. But yeah. Next up we have China with their national animal, the panda bear, and of course it is in Chinese, in Mandarin, and it is Xiongmao. Continuing on, we have Colombia with the Andean condor, and it is in Spanish. So we have condor andino. Continuing on, next we have the Comoros. I think it's just Comoros. And in the Comoros we have the mongoose is in Arabic and French, and it is al-namsu laimuru, al-namsu laimuru, and lemurion mangust, lemurion mangust, lemurion mangust, and al-namsu laimuru, al-namsu laimuru. Continuing on, we have the Congo, actually just the Congo, with the Okapi, Okapi, Okapi. And their language is once again French, so it is Okapi, Okapi. Then we have the Coast of Ivory, or Côte d'Ivoire, and their national animal is also the elephant. So it is also in French, and it is éléphant, éléphant. Then we have Croatia with the pine marten, and in Croatian it is borova kuna, borova kuna, borova kuna. Then we have Cuba with the Cuban trogon, and it is in Spanish, so we have trogon cubano, trogon cubano. I feel like I said that wrong. Wait. Trogon cubano, trogon cubano. That was actually the same, but it's better in my opinion. But yeah. Next up we have Cyprus with the Cypriot mufflon, the Cypriot mufflon, which is obviously indigenous to Cyprus, and it's in Greek and Turkish, so it will be Kypriako mouflon, Kypriako mouflon, Kypriako mouflon, and Kbrisli, Kbrisli kunduz, Kbrisli kunduz, Kbrisli kunduz, Kbrisli kunduz. That Turkish is always interesting. What did I say? Kbrisli kunduz, Kbrisli kunduz. But yeah, then we have the Czech Republic with the double-tailed lion, and in Czech it is dvoukasi lev, dvoukasi lev, dvoukasi lev. Then next up we have Denmark with the red squirrel and the mute swan, and both of them will be in Danish, so it is fe and skekrib, 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 fe, fe, and skekrib, skekrib. Then we have Djibouti, 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 with the elk, and it is in Arabic and French, so it is ilke, ilke, and wapiti, 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 ilke, 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 yeah, ilke, and the French way of saying wapiti, 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 yeah, wapiti, yeah, definitely that way. Then we have the Dominica, and after that the Dominican Republic. Dominica with the Cicero parrots. In English they are still the Cicero parrots. Then we have the Dominican Republic, which and their animal is the palm chat. In Spanish it is chater, 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 chater. Then we have the Democratic Republic of Congo, and we have the African Eastern Lowland gorilla, in French, and it is Gorille de Plan Oriental d'Afrique. So, Gorille de Plan Oriental d'Afrique, Gorille de Plan Oriental d'Afrique. This is the one that I was talking about. This rolls off the tongue so nicely. I love it so much. It sounds so nice. Then we have Ecuador with their Andean condor. In Spanish, it is Condor Andino, Condor Andino, Andino, Condor Andino. Then we have Egypt with the steppe eagle, and it is in Arabic, and it is Nasrus Suhubi, Nasrus Suhubi. Nasrus Suhubi. Then we have next up El Salvador with their animal, the toragos, and it is in Spanish, so it is torogos, torogos. That's torogos. Yeah. Next up is England with the lion, famous lion, and the bulldog as well. Though the bulldog is mostly just like for the entirety of Great Britain, and since English is the standard there, it is still the bulldog and the lion. Next up we have Equatorial Guinea, and we have the giraffe in 3 different languages, which are French, Portuguese, and Spanish. So it is giraffe. Actually, it's giraffe, giraffa, and giraffe. Giraffa. This is kind of hard when you have 3 different languages. You kind of have to like go from one to the other, and it's kind of weird. So it's giraffe, giraffa, and in Spanish it would be un momento, giraffa, giraffa, giraffa. I think that's how it is. Giraffa, no, I think it's giraffa or giraffa. I don't know. At this point, my brain just stopped working. But yeah, continuing on, we have Estonia with the grey wolf, which it shares with two more countries at least. And in Estonian, it is halhund, 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 halhund. Then we have Eswatini with the Thompson's gazelle. In English, it is still the Thompson's gazelle. Then we have Ethiopia with another lion. And in Somali and Amharic, it is Libax and Anibesa, 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 and Libax, or Libax, Libax, Libax. I'm never sure how X's are pronounced in different languages, because they're kind of like, they're a lot different in different languages. In Serbian it's kasa, so yeah. Then we have next up the Faroe Islands with the Eurasian oyster catcher in Danish, and it is Eurasisk Östersfänger, Eurasisk Östersfänger, Eurasisk Östersfänger. Next up we have Fiji with the collared lory, and in English it is still the collared lory. Then we have Finland with the brown bear, and in Finnish and in Swedish it is ruskea karhu and brunbjörn, ruskea karhu and brunbjörn. Then next up we have France with their Gaelic rooster, and in French it is coq culot. Then we have French Guiana, which has the brocket deer, and it is once again in French, so it is cerf du Gaulle, cerf du Gaulle. Then we have Gabon with the Black Panther, a really nice one, which is once again in French. Why are all of these countries right next to each other? In French, and it is panthère noir. Then we have Gambia with the spotted hyena, another hyena actually. Next up we have Georgia with the wolf, and it is in Georgian, and it is Migeli. Then we have Germany with the black eagle, and of course it is in German, so it is the Schwarzer Adler. Then we have Ghana with the tawny eagle in English, so it is still the tawny eagle. Then there is Greece with their their dolphin, another cool one and a unique one. And in Greek it is delphini, 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 delphini. Then we have Grenada with the Grenada dove, and in English it is still the Grenada dove. Then we have Guatemala with the Quetzal, and in Spanish it is the Quetzal, Quetzal, Quetzal. Then we have Guinea with the African elephant, and once again it is in French, so it is the Éléphant d'Afrique, Éléphant d'Afrique. A bit different than the last one, but still. Next up we have Guinea-Bissau with the black-crowned crane. In Portuguese it is Quintaste de Coroa Negra, Quintaste de Coroa Quintaste de Coroa Negra, Quintaste de Coroa Negra. Then we have Guyana with the jaguar. In English it is still the jaguar. Then we have next up Haiti with the Hispaniolan trogon. That the trogon, like the word is so interesting, though it kind of reminds me of like a demon or something. In French is trogon hispanolien, hispanolien, trogon hispanolien, trogon hispanolien. Then we have Honduras with the white-tailed deer. In Spanish it is venando de cola blanca, venando de cola blanca, venando de cola blanca. Then we have Hong Kong with the giant panda in Chinese and English, and it is Da Xiong Mao, Da Xiong Mao, Da Xiong Mao, and of course the giant panda. Then we have Hungary with the unique mythological animal called the turtle, the turtle. In Hungarian it is still turul, turul, turul. Then we have Iceland with their gerfalcon, gerfalcon, another mythological being, gerfalcon. And in Icelandic it is hishafkon, 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 hishafkon. Then we have India with their tiger and the Indian elephant in Hindi and in English, so it is Bag and Parate Hate, Parate Hate, and in English it is still the tiger and the Indian elephant. Next up we have Indonesia with the Komodo dragon, one of my very favorite animals in the world basically, and in Indonesian, so it is Naga Komodo, Naga Komodo, Naga Komodo, Naga Komodo. Then we have Iran with the Asiatic lion in Persian, and it is Shira Asyai, Shira Asyai, Shira Asyai. Then we have Iraq with the Chukar partridge in Arabic and Kurdish, and in Arabic it is Hajele Chukar, 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 Hajele Chukar, and in Kurdish it is Kutsika Tsukar, Kutsika Tsukar, Kutsika Tsukar. Then we have Ireland up next with the Irish hare, and we have it in Irish and English, so it is Gieviana Nehern, Gieviana Hern, Gieviana Hern. And then we have in English the Irish hare. Next up we have Israel with the Eurasian hopo, hopo, yeah, the hopo, and it is in Hebrew, and in Hebrew it is Kishuke Kwasia, Kishuke Kwasia, Kishuke Kwasia, Kishuke Kwasia. I hope that's correct. Finding both Persian and Hebrew like spoken was really hard, so I hope it's good. Next up we have Italy with the Italian wolf, which is in Italian lupo italiano, lupo italiano. Then we have Jamaica with the red-billed streamer tail, and in English English, it is still the red-billed streamer tail. Then we have Japan with the Japanese macaque. I think that's how it's pronounced. Macaque, and in Japanese it is nihonzaru. Then we have Jordan with the Arabian oryx once again, and it is again in Arabic, and it is Arabiyun once again. Then we have Kazakhstan with the steppe eagle once again, and it is in Kazakh and Russian. Kazakh. I'm not sure which one of those is more proper. And it is Talakirani, and Stepnoi Orel. Then we have Kenya with the East African lion, and in English it is still the East African lion. Then we have Kuwait or Kuwait, not sure. With the Arabian camel in Arabic, so it is Al-Jumal ul-Arubiyu. Then we have Kyrgyzstan with the snow leopard, a beautiful creature in Kyrgyz and in Russian, so it is Sibir Yolborsu, as well as Sibirsky tiger. Next up we have Laos with the elephant in Lao, and it is Sang. Then we have Latvia with the white wagtail. Always hard to say white and then something that isn't but instead white wagtail. And it is in Latvian, so it is Baltacielava. Then we have Lebanon with the striped hyena and the phoenix in Arabic, so it is Tabaun Mukatatun and Phoenix. Next up we have Lesotho, not sure, with the black rhinoceros in Lesotho and English, and it is Tsukudu Encho, and in English it is still the black rhinoceros. Then we have Liberia with the lion, Lesothic lion, and in English it is still the Lesothic lion. Then we have Libya with the Arabian eagle in Arabic, and it is Al-Nasr al-Arabiu. Then we have Liechtenstein with the common kestrel. In German, in German it is Turmfalke. Then we have Macau with the black-faced spoonbill in Portuguese and Chinese. Actually, I went past Luxembourg accidentally. We have I went past two different ones. I'm blind. First we have Lithuania with the white stork, and in Lithuanian it is Baltasis gandras. And then we have Luxembourg in three different languages with the red lion, and it is French, Luxembourgish, and German, so it is Lion Rouge, Rode Leeuw, and Rote Löwe. Now we have Macau with the black-faced spoonbill in Portuguese and Chinese, and it is Colher de cara preta in Portuguese, Colher de cara preta, and in Chinese it is Hei Lian Pilu. Next up we have Macedonia with their own lion, and in Macedonian it is love. It is love. Then we have Madagascar with the ring-tailed lemur in French, and it is le meridian à queue annelé. Le meridian à queue annelé. Then we have the Malawi with the Thompson's gazelle once again in English, and it's still the Thompson's gazelle. In Malaysia, there is the Malay tiger. In Malay, it is Harimau Melayu. Harimau Melayu. Harimau Melayu. Then we have the Maldives with the yellowfin tuna in Divevi, but unfortunately I could not find the proper, not even a translation and not a pronunciation, so it's just going to have to be the yellowfin tuna for now. Then we have Mali with the vulture. Another one in French, it is vautour. Then we have Malta with the pharaoh hound in Maltese in English, and it is pharaon hound, and pharaoh hound standard. Then we have Mauritania with the African wildcat. In Arabic, it is al-sanafbar al-dalaku. Then we have Mauritius with the dodo bird, actually. In English it's still the dodo, but it's still epic. Then we have Mexico with three different animals once again. It is the golden eagle, the axolotl, and the ocelot, all in Spanish, so it is aguila real, ajolote, and ocelote. Then we have Moldova with the sheep and the white stork in Romanian, so it is oaia and barza alba. Then we have Monaco with the hedgehog, the rabbit, and the wood mouse, another one with three different ones in French, which is hérisson, lapin, souris en bois, hérisson and lapin. Love those. Then we have Mongolia with the Przewalski's horse. In Mongolian, it is Przewalski nadu. Then we have Montenegro with the two-headed eagle in Serbian, and it is the Voglavioro. Next up is Morocco with the Barbary lion, again in Arabic, and it is Al-Asad ul-Barbariu. Then we have Mozambique with the African elephant in Portuguese, and it is Elefante africano. Next up we have Myanmar with the green peafowl in Burmese, and it is Down Quaim, same. Not sure exactly, I couldn't find the pronunciation. Then we have Namibia with the oryx. In English it is still the oryx, but yeah. Then we have Nepal with the zebu cattle in Nepali, and it is Yebu Kaivastu. Then we have the Netherlands with the lion in Dutch, and it is Leuve. Then we have New Zealand with the kiwi, and in English and Maori. It is the kiwi and Nkuturoa. Then next up we have Nicaragua with the guardabarranco, which is in Spanish still the guardabarranco. Quite the long name. Then we have Niger with the dama gazelle in French, and it is gazelle dame. Then we have Nigeria with the black-crowned crane in English, and it's still the black-crowned crane. Then we have North Korea with the mythological Cholima, which is basically just a winged horse. And in Korean it is Chonlima, Chonlima, Chonlima. While in Norway we have the lion. In Norwegian it is Lova, Lova, Lova. Then we have Oman with the Arabian oryx. In Arabic it is Arabiun, Arabiun once again. Then we have Pakistan with the Markhor in Urdu and in English, so it is the Markhor, Markhor. Then we have Palau with the Palau fruit dove. In English it is still the Palau fruit dove. Then we have Palestine with the Palestine sunbird. In Arabic it is Tairu Shams Filastin, Tairu Shams Filastin. Then we have Panama with the harpy eagle. In Spanish it is Aquila Arpia, Aquila Arpia. Sorry. Then we have Papua New Guinea with the dugong. In English it's still the dugong. So next up is Paraguay with the pampas fox. In Spanish, and it is Zorro de las Pampas, Zorro de las Pampas. So foxes are called Zorro. That is interesting. In Peru there is the vicuna. In Spanish it is the vicuna, vicuna. Then we have the Philippines with the Philippine eagle. In Filipino and in English, so it is Filipini eagle, Filipini eagle, Filipini eagle, and the Philippines eagle, or the Philippine eagle. Then we have Poland with the white-tailed eagle. In Polish it is Orzel Bielek, Orzel Bielek, Orzel Bielek. Then we have Portugal with the dragon. You'd expect China to have this, but no, it's actually Portuguese, and Wales. But yeah, in Portuguese it is dragão, dragão, dragão. Then we have Qatar, 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 with the Arabian oryx once again. Qatar, Qatar. I knew last time how it was properly pronounced, and I forgot it. God damn it! But I think it's Qatar. But yeah, and it's still the Arabian in Arabic. Then we have Romania with the lynx, and in Romanian it is Rasul, Rasul, Rasul. Then we have Russia with the Eurasian brown bear, and in Russian it is Evrasiyski Buri Medvedi, Medvedi, Evrasiyski Buri Medvedi. Then we have Rwanda with the leopard. In English it is French and Swahili, so it is the leopard, leopard, and chui, chui, chui. Then we have like 5 in a row, which are all in English. So it's Saint Helena with the wirebird, Saint Kitts and Nevis with the brown pelican, the Saint Lucia with the Saint Lucian parrot, Saint Vincent and the Grenadines with Saint Vincent Amazon, and Samoa with the tooth-billed pigeon. But there is also the Samoan version, which is Manumea, Manumea, Manumea. Then we have San Marino with the horse in Italian, and it is Cavalla, Cavalla, actually it's Cavalla, not Cavalla, Cavalla. Then it is Sao Tome and Principe, with the Sao Tome shrew. In Portuguese it is Mergueira de Sao Tome, Mergueira de Sao Tome. Then we have Saudi Arabia with the dromedary. In Arabic it is Al-Yamalu, Al-Arabu, Al-Arabiu, Al-Jamalu, Al-Arabiu. Then we have wait, did I say that right? Saudi Arabia, dromedary, Arabic, Al Alyamalu Ale Arabiu. That should be proper. But yeah, next up is Scotland with the most unique national animal, which is the unicorn. Yep, the unicorn. And in Scottish and English, it is the unicorn. And in Scottish, Aun Adhark. Then we have Senegal with the lion. In French, it is lion. Then we have Serbia with the grey wolf and the white eagle. And in Serbian, it is Sivivuk I Beliora. Then we have the Seychelles with the streaker porpoise. In English and in French, it is the streaker porpoise and bruns. It's kind of hard. It's a really non-French sounding French word. But yeah. Next up we have Sierra Leone with the western chimpanzee. In English it is still the western chimpanzee. And we also have Singapore with the lion. In English, Malay, Chinese and Tamil. So it is lion, Singa, Shizu, and Sinkam. Then we have Slovakia with the Tatra Kamoy. In Slovak it is Tatransky Kamzik. Then we have Slovenia with the white Lipizzaner stallion and the Olm. And in Slovenian it is Beli Lipicanski Žrebci and Olma. Then we have the Solomon Islands with their sea turtles. In English it is still the sea turtle. Then we have Somalia with the leopard, and in Arabic it is Fakhtun. Then we have South Africa with the springbok in Afrikaans and in English. So it is the springbok and the springbok. Then we have South Korea, springbok. Yeah. Then we have South Korea with the Siberian tiger. In Korean it is Siberia Horangi. Next up we have South Sudan with the African fish eagle. In English it is still the African fish eagle. Then we have Spain with the bull, and in Spanish the bull is toro. Then we have Sri Lanka with the grizzled giant squirrel. In Tamil it is Narumana Mula Ratkat Anil. Kinda hard to remember. But yeah, next up is Sudan with the secretary bird. In Arabic and English it is Aminu Payiri, and the secretary bird. Then we have Suriname with the lesser Kiskadi, and in Dutch it is Kleinere Kiskade. Then we have Sweden with the Eurasian elk. In Swedish it is Eurasisk Elli. Then we have Switzerland with the cow in 4 different languages. So in French, German, Italian and Romansh. So it is actually it's not Vach, it's Vash, the Ku, Muka, and Vaka. All of those are so different, it's really weird to say them right one after the other. Then we have Syria with the hawk. In Arabic it is huk. Then we have Taiwan with the Formosan black bear. In Chinese it is Taiwan Heishong. Then we have Tajikistan with the Caspian tiger in Tajik, and it is Palangi Kaspi. Then we have Tanzania with the giraffe, and in English it is still the giraffe. Then we have Thailand with the Asian elephant in Thai, and it is Changhechei. 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 Then we have Timor-Leste with the crocodile, and in Portuguese it is crocodilo. Crocodilo. Then we have Togo with the lion, and in French it is lion once again. That's, I think, the final one, I hope. Then it is Trinidad and Tobago with the scarlet ibis and cockrico, and in English it is still the scarlet ibis and the cockrico. Then we have Tunisia with cream-colored courser, and in Arabic it is Kurs du Lanim Karimin. Kurs du Lanim Karimin. A really cool English name, honestly. Cream-colored courser, like it goes smoothly. But yeah, we then have we have Turkey with another grey wolf, and in Turkish it is Grikurt. 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 Then we have let me just check if then we have Turkmenistan with the golden horse. In Turkmen it is Altin At. Altin At. Altin At. Then we have Tuvalu with the pan-tropical spotted dolphin in English, so it is still the pan-tropical spotted dolphin. Then we have Uganda with the grey-crowned crane in English and Swahili, so the grey-crowned crane, as well as Krane Yenyetaji Ya Kiu. Krane Yenyetaji Ya Kiu. Oh, never sure if Krane is Krane or something else, but yeah. Then we have Ukraine with the common nightingale. In Ukrainian it is Solove Svichayni. Solove Svichayni. Solove Svichayni. Then we have the United Arab Emirates with the Arabian oryx once again, and in Arabic again it is Arabiyun. Arabiyun. Then we have the United States with the bald eagle and American bison, who are of course still the bald eagle and the American bison. Then we have Uruguay with the southern lapwing in Spanish, and it is Ave Fria del Sur. Ave Fria del Sur. Ave Fria del Sur. Then we have Uzbekistan with the snow leopard. In Uzbek it is Kor Koploni. Kor Koploni. Kor Koploni. I have no idea how this is pronounced. I can't find it anywhere. Then we have Venezuela with the Venezuelan troupial. In Spanish it is Trupial Venezolano. Trupial Venezolano. Trupial Venezolano. Then we have Vietnam with the water buffalo in Vietnamese, and it is Chao Nuoc. Chao Nuoc. Chao Nuoc. Chao Nuoc. Then we have Wales with the red kite or red dragon, and in Welsh it is Barcud Coch or Draig Coch. Draig Coch. So Barcud Coch, Draig Coch. Then we have Yemen with the Arabian leopard. In Arabic it is Al-Namir ul-Arabiu. Al-Namir ul-Arabiu. Al-Namir ul-Arabiu. Then we have Zambia with the African fish eagle. In English it is still the African fish eagle. And last but not least we have Zimbabwe with the sable antelope. In Swahili and Xhosa it is Antelope wasable and Inyama ye antelope. Inyama ye antelope and Antelope wasable. Thank you all for watching. I hope that I made your animal proud, and hopefully I pronounced all of these correctly. It was quite fun compiling all of them and learning a bit more about most of them, especially some that I didn't know existed and were quite cool as far as animals go, which I am a lover of. But yeah, thank thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment. There is more in this series to come, possibly with different topics. Since last time was a country, this time it was an animal, next time it can be something else, but we will see. Let me know what you think in the comments, and maybe you guys have an idea for something I could do that you might enjoy. So let me know, and I will see you guys in my next video. Ciao.